This is either going to be a really stupid idea or I'm a genius. Yeah, it was a stupid idea. This week I'm in Falmouth and there's a reason why I'm here. A friend of mine has invited me to this event this evening at the Chain Locker pub, which is in Falmouth, and it just happens it's on the night that I normally come out and go camping. So I've come out today completely unprepared. I haven't been and bought any food or anything. The only water I've got is what's already in the van. It should be fine. I'll probably eat out tonight anyway, but if I don't, there's always lamb stew in the cupboard. I figured I got a little bit of time because it's 2:45. The event this evening doesn't start until 5 o'clock, so I've come to Mainporth Beach, and what I'm thinking, for any of the OG viewers of this channel, they would know that there's a shipwreck just around the corner of this beach, literally right over the headland. And I was looking back on my videos and I realised I've not actually been out to it in 2 years. So a lot's probably changed, or a lot's probably not changed, but either way, I figured, why don't we take a little snorkel out there and go have a look at a shipwreck. And looking at the water, it's pretty much like a mill pond out there, so it should be a fairly easy snorkel. It's not quite low tide, it's not quite high tide, so let's get in the water. Yes, I am fully aware that I need to tidy up back here, but it really infuriates me when my van's filthy. It's not so much filth, it's more just the fact that it's just untidy. I should probably tell you what the plan is after I go out to that event tonight. Well, I am going to stay here in Falmouth. It is going to be a little bit tricky because of all the restrictions that Falmouth has put in place of, you can't pretty much park anywhere, but I'll either find a nice secluded street somewhere, or I'll just put it to the test and see if I can park where I used to park and see if I get anyone slap a ticket on the van in the morning. I mean, at the end of the day, if I do get a parking ticket, then that is my own fault and I'll just have to pay it. So, still cheaper than a hotel. Such a shame they don't let you stay on this beach. It would be a lovely spot. Right, so now that we're in the water, so we're going to head around this headland here, and then literally just there is this huge shipwreck. If you ever come to Mainporth Beach, you would probably not even know it was there. So that's where we're going to go, and it's quite the sight. I'm really excited for you to see it, but I'm actually even more excited to see if anything's changed in the last 2 years since I've been out there. Let's go! So there's quite a few sea caves along here, and as you go along you will actually see the early stages of parts of the shipwreck. And I know you're thinking, yeah Sean, that's just a little piece of rusty metal, but don't click off yet, because just around this corner, past these cormorants here, and in there is the Ben Asdale shipwreck. So I've come around the headland and it's literally just around there. Now, before we explore it and see what's there, I wouldn't recommend anyone does this on their own. I've been out here loads of times, so I know what to expect, and it's a pretty calm day as well. But even if you just look at where I'm sat now, there's quite a bit of current washing through these rocks, and the metal that is behind me in a minute is, some of it's quite sharp. You don't want to do yourself an injury. If you're not overly keen on snorkeling, you can paddleboard out here as well, but again, don't come alone. And if you are going to paddleboard, just make sure you've got your phone with you in a waterproof bag, just so that if you do get into any spot of trouble, if the wind takes you out to sea, at least you can call for help.
The ship in question is called the Ben Asdale, which was a Scottish trawler that was wrecked in December 1978. Heavy winds and snow dragged the boat adrift into the sea after offloading fish onto a Russian factory ship. It was swept towards Mainporth Beach and collided with rocks. 11 people were saved from the incident, but 3 men, 2 Britons and a Russian, were drowned.
Okay, let's go. There's a few changes. So it looks like this part of the ship that's sticking out here is a part of the hull that used to be over here. So if I just show you what it looked like the last time I was here, there was a bit that kind of stuck out of the water here, and it seems that maybe it was due to like a big storm or something, might have smashed it against the rocks and brought it over to there. I'm not sure, but it definitely looks different. There as well you can see parts of the engine from the boat sticking out of the water. When it's really low tide, you can literally just walk around here. The big winch that's here is still here. I'm sat on it at the moment, so it looks like over the last couple of years this has taken quite the beating. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to sort of dive around where the part of the hull used to be. Just sort of swim around there and just see if I can find out actually what's happened to it. I think what happened is that as the storm came in, it got pushed into the rocks there, so we might find a little bit around there. So let's check it out. And the sun's coming out, even better. So I've come around this rock here, and there's a large bit of the hull that used to be further out to sea, and the base of it is still down there as well.
You are right in front of me with the answer, with the answer.
So that is the wreck of the Ben Asdale. I think the tide's coming in because you can't see the engine now really. So all that means is that during my paddle back, it's going to take me not twice as long, but it's going to take me longer because I'm going to have further to swim. So I can see the van in the distance there. It's time to head back and, I don't know, maybe have a coffee, warm up a bit. Now I am very aware that I've brought sand and water and sludge and everything into the van. So I'm going to use the towel to soak up most of the water and push most of the sand out of the van, and then I'll just hoover the rest up. If you wonder what that like fan sound is, well, my leisure battery was a little low, so I'm actually topping it up from the power station. So, which is weird because I thought we'd had quite a bit of sun, but then, you know, I can't remember the last time I actually cleaned my solar panel, so it's probably just not working as well. And I've just not really been driving this van all week because I've got the other one and I've sort of been using that for like little short trips and things. So, and also I left my fridge on all week from the last trip as well, so it's obviously just drained the battery. I've just had not enough sun, I've not been driving it, and it's just made the leisure battery flatten a little bit, but good hour on that and it'll be fine. So I decided I didn't want a coffee, I've decided just to stick to water. I'm just going to sit here for a bit, enjoy that view, because, well, it starts at 5, it's 4:15 now, so I've got a little bit of time, but I still need to find somewhere to stay tonight. Just realised I cut myself in the water as well. Now I am pretty convinced that I didn't do it on the Shipwreck, so it's not like I need a tetanus. I remember actually feeling a little pinch when I was going over the rocks, so that's probably what cut my foot. And you know, when you're in the sea, your skin gets really soft. It's like being in the bath too long, you go all wrinkly, so it's quite easy to cut yourself like that. So I'm not concerned. I know it wasn't done on the Shipwreck. I can't seem to do anything these days without having some form of injury. Not that that's an injury, it's a tiny little scratch, but you know what I mean. Okay, this is either going to be a really stupid idea or I'm a genius. Yeah, it was a stupid idea. I'm going to try it again. Okay, but this time I'm going to fly it outside, bring it in, and then fly out. Okay? It'll work. Oh, bring it in. That's it. Ready? Record. Yay! Nearly completely totaled my fairly expensive drone just to get that one shot. And was it worth it? Absolutely. And Dad, before you go mad, I've not damaged the beautiful ceiling that you made for me in any way by crashing my drone. No marks, no nothing. So, just before you have a, you know, I get that text message when you see this video saying, have you damaged that ceiling? Alright, well, let's go get parked up for the night and head into Falmouth. Looking outside, I don't actually see any signs that say that you can't stay here. So maybe it's just this area here means that there's no harm in it. It was almost like there was a sign there, but somebody's taken it down. I mean, that's just a blank pole. Right, so I'm gonna get this van ready for bed so that when I do get back from this event thing later on, the curtains are all drawn and I can literally just get straight into bed. Now it's pretty sunny, but it's actually not that warm. So I have got a jumper in my bag, which I could put on if I'm probably going to put it on. It's a little bit chilly. Do you want to be in the video?
I don't mind, mate. It's lovely to see you anyway.
It is. Thanks, mate.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming down.
Garden party. VIP.
VIP.
Thanks, mate. So the purpose of this event is that they've just opened this new sort of beer garden. I mean, they've always had a beer garden here, but they've just like had a revamp. And James, the guy that gave me the VIP ticket, is the guy who's my friend. So he invited me, I'm here, and I don't know anyone other than him. So, great. Right, well that was a very pleasant evening at the pub. I might put Netflix on and watch a film and just slowly drift off. So I'll see you in the morning. Still bikes going past. Good night.
It's raining.
Good morning. I've woken up to a very, very rainy morning. I'm going to take a little walk around the car in a minute just to see if there's any parking tickets slapped anywhere on the van, but just looking out the front, there doesn't seem to be anything, which is fantastic. So either they've removed the restrictions here or just nobody cares, which is what I originally thought anyway. You know, I went to this event last night and I had a really nice time. I didn't really eat anything. There were people walking around with like canopies and things, and I tried a little bit, but I just, you know, didn't really eat anything. So I've actually woken up pretty hungry, so I might need to get breakfast somewhere. But it was more of a sort of, I just bumped into loads of people that I know, so just had a few conversations. Even met some subscribers as well, so if that was you, hello. I didn't even get your name, so I'm really sorry. But lovely to meet people that watch, so I really appreciate it. Well, it may be raining, but it's still quite a nice day. Right. Absolutely zero parking tickets. Nothing stuck to the window. I mean, I might get something through the post, but I very much doubt it when there doesn't seem to be any signs. I mean, I did check this briefly yesterday, but I'm going to take a little walk just further down the road there and just see if there's any other sort of no overnight parking signs down there. This would have been probably a nice place to get breakfast if it was open. There is a single yellow line here, but this one here, midnight to 6 AM. Well, like I said, if nobody's policing it, then I guess that's mainly here, because I'm parked all the way up there. No signs up there. Now there is a guy down here that does like sort of
PADI lessons so that you can, you know, dive the shipwrecks of Falmouth.
And for the record, I've never actually scuba dived. I do a lot of snorkeling, but I've never actually scuba dived. And I got an email probably about a year ago from the guy that runs it or works there, and he invited me down to sort of do like a little bit of scuba diving, so I might just pop down and just have a chat with him. I was going to come say hello.
I messaged you last year about
I know.
doing the try dive.
I stayed up there, so I was like,
Oh, wicked.
I might just pop down and say hello.
So we've got something worked out. Next couple of weeks, maybe in a month's time, I'm going to come down and he's going to take me. If it's calm conditions like today, then we'll be able to do like a nice, I'll be able to go straight in the sea. He said I don't have to do any like swimming pool dives first, because he said he knows that I'm confident in the sea anyway. So hopefully a few weeks time, if we can get it arranged, I'll be scuba diving. So how cool is that? You know, and this is the thing, like, the whole point of being able to do the scuba diving is that I will be able to get out to wrecks that I wouldn't normally be able to see when I'm snorkeling. So I'll literally, you know, because for anyone that doesn't know, Falmouth is littered with shipwrecks. I mean, we saw one yesterday, and that's quite an accessible one, but there's a lot out there that aren't accessible unless you do a scuba dive. So yeah, exciting. Looking forward to it. So you'll remember last week when I offered to give away the £25 Amazon voucher. Well, the winner got back to me. So this week, I'm still going to do a giveaway, but it'll be £25 again, rather than it being a rollover. Like if they hadn't actually emailed me, then it would have been £50. So I'm just gonna scroll through all of the comments from last week and just choose a name. Stephen May, you are the proud winner of a £25 Amazon voucher. Email me by Tuesday at 9 AM to claim your prize. Right, well, I am going to go get some breakfast because, like I said, didn't have any dinner. I'm very hungry. Thank you to everyone that supported the channel through Buy Me a Beer through the link in the description. All of these legends here. And also, thank you to everyone who's supporting the channel through Patreon as well. So, you're all legends. Thank you very much. And I'll see you next week. Cheers.
Oh look, I've broken down again.